Hey guys, this is Scott, and this is my new student dialogue video blog. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I went to the 9/11 religious pluralism dialogue, and I thought it went really great. I really liked what our instructors, I guess is what you'd call them, had planned for us. So, I'm just gonna kind of go through what they did for us and what I thought about each part, and kind of roll from there. So, the first thing we did was, after the introduction, obviously, we started doing a spectrum questions, and they're all pretty religious based, and I thought it was really interesting, especially, being from the north down in the south, how my views were a little bit different than probably most of the other people's views on different religion topics, and it was pretty interesting, for me at least, to see where everyone was coming from around me, and kind of gave me a better feel for the people I'm around every day on campus, what their views are. So that part I thought was really great, and it was a good foundation, I thought, to start the group up, and kind of start the dialogue for the rest of the 2 hours. So after that, we kind of went back to our seats and had a little discussion about the difference between a dialogue, a discussion, and a debate. And they gave us this great handout that had bullet points about what a debate means, and what a discussion means, and what a dialogue is. And I found it really interesting that I've always considered myself a natural debater, and I like kind of giving my point out there. And what I realize is I shouldn't really consider myself a debater. I feel like I'm probably more of a I guess a dialoguer. I like to have dialogue. I like to hear what other people hear, or what other people think, and compare it to what I think, and kind of compare. And sometimes we may agree to disagree, but it kind of changed my view about myself, on what my tendencies, I guess. So that was really interesting, and it was a good place to have that, I guess, because it's called New Student Dialogue, and trying to get people to engage in dialogue more than a debate, because it's normally more productive. So then next we went to making our religious timeline on a big sheet of paper, and I got up there at first, and I'd never really done an exercise like this, so it took me a while to get rolling, but as soon as I did, it just started flowing, and I really learned a lot about myself, I feel like, in my religious journey, I guess, through that assignment. And I'd never stepped back to think about how my religious beliefs had changed over time, and kind of the ebbs and flows of my spirituality. That was pretty interesting. I really felt like I got something out of it, not just got checked off a list, and don't have to go to New Student Dialogue anymore. But I felt like I really learned about myself. So that was a really nice experience to have. at a mandatory university class or whatever. So that was really nice. Um, and then we after that we once we finished ourselves, we found a partner and got to talk to them and got to listen to our partner and how their um, journey and differed from ours, and it was pretty interesting. My partner actually, her grandfather was a pastor, and it was she kind of like connected and disconnected with him a couple times, and with that, her religious beliefs and spirituality kind of ebbed and flowed. So it was crazy to see how different people's um, you know religious journeys kind of are all so different, and that was pretty interesting. And again, she was from the South, and she had different um, views, and for her, going to church on Sunday with her entire family, with her her grandfather being a pastor, it was a family event that took most of a Sunday during her childhood. And for me, we kind of we'd go to church, and it'd be a good time to kind of spend with my family, and we'd kind of talk about some of the moral lessons behind the sermon, but we never were really spiritual. And it was really cool to see the differences between different upbringings. So I really liked that. And then after that, we sat back down and had a little talk about some stereotypes about some different religions, and then they handed out this paper about that was written about a certain religion, but every time the religion was named, they changed the name for religion X. And when I first read it, I was looking at it, and I couldn't believe that it was it was written about an actual religion. I couldn't. I felt like there had to be a misunderstanding between the author and the actual religion. Like, there's no way the author could have known the facts about the religion he was writing about. I had no idea what it was, and it was really interesting. I remember talking to my group, and I was like, I feel like they told me this is a real religion, but I feel like this can't possibly truly be about a real religion. So I was kind of in denial about how can someone have that big of a misunderstanding about a religion. I just knew something was off, and then it was just so negative, and it was really harsh towards the religion it was talking about. And then we got back into big group, and one of the instructors revealed that the paper was written on Catholicism. And being a Catholic, I was shocked that someone could really misunderstand my religion so poorly. So that was kind of a special moment for me, because I felt terrible, because the first thing that came to my mind when I read through it was, I feel like it's probably about Muslims, because they kind of get the bad stereotype here, especially after 9/11, which is what this course is based off of. And I knew it couldn't be right, and I knew there just had to be some misunderstanding, because it was so harsh. And the fact that it was Catholicism and it was written, you know, back in the 1800s, I believe. Um, it it was crazy. And then we talked about how, you know, you can write these, you know, terrible, nasty facts about a certain religion, and um, you know, you can say it about any religion, and you can have, like, it's happened multiple times. It's happened about Catholicism. It's happened, you know, now about Islam, and um, it's kind of crazy to think that um, you know, once Muslims get integrated here, and you know, we kind of are distanced from 9/11, how Muslims can be, you know, a natural religion in the U.S. just like Catholicism is now. Um, so that was pretty interesting to me. Um, so then basically that was the end of the presentation, or you know, what have you, the dialogue, I guess. Um, so you know, I thought it went really well, and you know, the dynamics of our group were really good from the very beginning. I was really surprised. I was one of the first few to volunteer to, you know, offer my opinion on a topic. That first time, I was actually on the majority side, so it was kind of easier to talk about my view on that certain topic. But then, as the spectrum progressed, you know, different people started talking, and I found myself on the minority. And the fact that it was so positive from the very beginning made me a lot more comfortable to talk about being on the minority side, and you know, what I thought about the given topic. And we really had a positive energy, and I'm really honestly grateful for that, because if not, that could have been a long 2 hours, I think. And I honestly give credit to the two instructors, because they did a great job. They worked really well together, and you know, I think they had some differences on the religious topics we were talking about, so it was a great kind of mixture. It was a great fit for them to do it together on this religious pluralism topic. So you know, everything went great. It was a really good experience. I got to meet some people that I hadn't met on campus yet, so that was good, and it's good. That's the end of my video blog, I guess. Hope you have a great day, and go Cats. Well, that's all I got. I know I'm over my 10 minutes, but I guess I got excited, and you know, was kind of into sharing my experience. It was a really good experience. I didn't expect it at all. I kind of figured I'd sit through a 2-hour class and dread it the entire time, but I really enjoyed it, and really thought it was a really well put together presentation, and I really got a lot out of it. So I want to thank everyone that helped put it together, and the instructors, you know, they did a great job. So I want to thank you for that, and that's all I got. Go Tigers.